Morning guys, today I'm fishing with the Lucky Fish Finder. She has a 90-degree angle beam which is very wide. It's brilliant in shallow waters. That's what you need, a very wide angle beam. So before you start fishing, you first got to set up your Lucky Fish Finder. I've got my handheld unit here, and on this side I've got the floating sonar. Now underneath here you have, wait, it's a bit hard to get this on the camera, you've got two contacts. They make connection once they hit the water. Unscrew the top, and inside here you've got two little buttons. I've already marked them. You press one of them and there. That means your sonar is now on. You've got to screw this top on really tight so no water gets in. You don't want water getting in here because it will bugger up your sonar. Now the handheld unit. You've got a small aerial here. Alright, you've got to press this lower button here. Keep holding it. And there. She comes on. Give it a chance. Here I'm in wireless mode. You press the bottom button. There. Simulation. Wireless mode. Now you have sensitivity. This depends how sensitive you want this to be. The more sensitive it is, the smaller fish it starts to pick up. Alright, you can set that how you want. Press the buttons to go up and down. Okay, depth lower limit. You can set this to how deep you think you're fishing in. Most of the time I like to put it on auto because you don't really know how deep the water is. Shower alarm off, I don't need that. Fish icon on. Now this is important. The first fish marks big fish, that marks medium fish, and this marks very small fish. It depends what you're fishing for, and it's up to you to choose what you want. I've chosen all of them. Press the bottom button again. Your units, if you want them degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit, and whatever color you want on your sonar. You can have blue, red, grey, blue, red or grey. That's what it gives you, three colors. It doesn't really matter. Now your battery alarm. I'm fully charged at 4.1 volts and I've set my battery alarm for 3.6 volts. Just press the arrow buttons and you can go up and down to how you like. This battery will give you at least 4 to 5 hours running time. Yes, you just give it one good charge for about 6-7 hours and you've got at least 5 hours fishing. It's absolutely brilliant. You don't need to buy any batteries, you don't need to buy anything. Your language, choose your language. Brightness levels, up and down. Obviously the brighter you are, the more power you're going to use. So I like to set it on 3. And your chart speed. Your chart speed doesn't really matter that much. It depends really if you're on a boat or if you're moving or not. So I like to set it on about 3. For me 3 is good. And we're in wireless mode. And that's it, we're all set. And let's start fishing. With the Lucky Fish Finder, you charge it up at home. It's wireless, there's no wiring needed. It's small, it's compact, and it has the main features of a fish finder, just like the Garmin. The only difference is it doesn't have GPS, doesn't have your speed, it doesn't have the chart plotter, it has none of these features, but then it's great for if you just want to go fishing down the road, or else if you want to take your son down by the river. It's small, it's compact, and very easy to use. Put the first hook in, wrap this around like that, put a couple of hooks in here and there. You want to get a few of them into the crust to hold the bread in place, like so. See that? That's sort of like how you want it to be. We're going to clip this to my swivel. There. See how that is? And all I'm going to do is, since I am on a boat, I'm just going to drop this over the side. I don't want it too close to the boat, but then they end up getting stuck under the boat. So I'm just going to drop her over the side round about here. About there should be good. You can cast this out quite far if you want to, if you're fishing from shore. It makes no difference. As long as you've got firm bread, it should hold. What you don't want is your bread or your bait breaking up before it gets to where you want it. There. Now I'm leaving this on a slack line because I'm on a boat and the boat's swaying up and down, and so I need to leave some slack to make up the movement of the boat. We'll just leave that like that and see what happens. So we got my rod all set up. Now I've got my lucky fish finder set up. You can see I've got some fish appearing on my screen. They're at different depths. Now I'm down on the bottom, 4.7 meters. Look, we got a fish marking there, so I should start getting some bites soon. There we go, we're getting bites. She's biting. Whoa, that's a big bite. One more. Okay, we got it, we got this one. Let's see what we got here. Fishing from shore, there's no wiring involved whatsoever, and you don't even need to buy a battery. This thing is wireless, no wires involved, and the battery in here lasts for up to 4 to 5 hours, which means you could do a good 4 or 5 hours fishing trip down by the sea.